everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus reading. I hope everybody had a nice break. I know some of you probably haven't quite finished your break yet, but we're all back to normal this morning. So changing the world around quickly, isn't it? Having all these different time zones so evident now. For years we lived in absolute oblivion, not really understanding all that, and now it's sort of quite obvious that we all live on different time zones. We're going to use the Romantic Tarot for your reading. And that's what I was just trying to say in the What's Cracking reading. You know how important it is to understand that time is an illusion. When you're sitting waiting for something, time moves so slowly. And you know that by watching a kettle boil. And yet when you're happy and you're having lots of fun, time flies. And it's so disappointing because you're like, I've been having such a good time and that's just gone. Time is relative. All right, we are ready to go. All right. Oh, well, I'll be stonkered. Four of Pentacles. We just had that in the What's Cracking reading. I'm always like, when I'm shuffling up the bonus read, you know, are we going to get a repeat of the What's Cracking reading? Are we going to get a continuation like the next installment? Is it going to be completely different? And then I turn that over and I'm like, yep, rightio. The Four of Pentacles again. So the Four of Pentacles is a card that talks of lack, holding on to things, not being able to release. I won't go into it too much this time because I talked a lot about it in the What's Cracking reading, but it's about not releasing something, not allowing something to go, maybe looking at things from the wrong perspective or looking at things at a perspective that isn't serving you, but you're hanging on to something very, very tightly here. And there's the Page of Swords too. So we've got repeat cards, different deck. So the Page of Swords is a card that talks about stalking, but I feel like in this, it doesn't talk about stalking. It doesn't. It talks about research. It talks about communication. There is a lot of energy around because of the research that it may be someone who's watching you. It could be somebody who's very interested in what you're doing and keeping an eye on you. Could be somebody who's trying to strategize, but sort of watching what you're doing while they're strategizing a move. But this card is the card of research. So very often when I feel, you know, we're talking about, you know, maybe having something that you've been hanging on to. You know, if you're hanging on to, for example, a job that's really toxic, you may be looking for a new job here. But what comes across in this particular energy is this sort of trying to work something out, trying to work through something, but you may be going through some energies trying to understand and move forward here. All right, because we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting. It is about waiting for your ships to come in. It is about waiting for seeds to grow. It is about waiting for something to come in that you've been asking for. But it's also the card of waiting. It is about patience. It's about something is happening, something is moving, but you've got to be patient. It's on its way, but it's going very, very slowly here. All right, so we have the Empress card here. What's behind the Empress? The Tower. Okay. All right, so there is something that you're ready for. I feel like you're ready yourself. I feel that you're ready for something new to come in. I feel you desperately wanting something, trying to manifest it, maybe even stalking, maybe even checking up on it, maybe strategizing about how you can get this. And the universe is saying, we know you're waiting, but we need you to be patient. Again, the universe has no timing, but something is waiting here to come into fruition. And that was really, really strong in the What's Cracking reading. It's like I can feel it coming, I can taste it, but it's not quite here. And with the Empress here, I'm feeling that you are totally ready. You're ready to birth something new. You're ready to start something new. You're ready to release and move into a new time. But we have the Tower card coming through here with the King of Swords. So there's some sort of energy here of releasing something that's holding you back. The universe is strongly saying here, We can't bring something in until you let go of something here. You need to let go of some sort of old way of thinking, old way of being, old way of doing here. It's like it's here for you, but you won't release something. Are you holding on to a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius? Are you holding on to some sort of communication and not making it? Let me get into this deeper. I feel like for some of you, you're just holding on to something here. Control, overthinking. Let me get into it completely. Okay, so we have, I'm determined this time because I'm really curious as to be able to give you some more information. I know some of you will pick up from what I'm saying, but some of you won't hear. And I feel we've been asked to do this for a really long time, and the universe is saying it's waiting to manifest it. But in order to do that, you've got to let go of something first. So let's find out what's going on. The Page of Pentacles for me is is a very spiritual card. The pages are messengers. They're not cards of action. This means that somebody is coming in with a message here because they have this coin for you. I always feel with this one, there's some sort of gift or some sort of energy of something coming to you that's going to help you free up from something. There is a freedom coming through with this card. Something is happening here to help you see what you've been doing and holding yourself back. That's good. Went all dark today, which is awesome. All right, so we have the High Priestess coming through here with the 8 of Wands. Repeating card again with the 9 of Wands. Okay, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern here that you're repeating. And the universe is saying this pattern has to go. We have to move to the 10 so we can close this cycle out. There is communication coming here that's going to help you see this for yourself. There is something hidden. So for those of you who are not understanding what they might be holding back, I feel like for many of you, this energy is hidden, but you're not really understanding that you're doing this. So there's very much this energy of holding yourself back with some sort of pattern here, but maybe not really understanding what the pattern is with this wounded warrior. But you've been round here so many times repeating it, but you're not able to close out the cycle because you're not seeing what you're doing. There's communication here. So there's some sort of communication possibly coming in from a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here, because we do have this energy of Earth. All right, so we have the Emperor coming through too with the 3 of Pentacles. Right, this is really clear again. You have some sort of soul contract here. I feel like whatever this learning is, whatever this thing is you need to get over, this holding on to this old belief system, this old way of doing things, whatever it is for you, you're about to be released, because we do have this idea that you have some sort of soul contract here that needs to be closed out, finished up, signed off on. When you have a soul contract, it means that you have a karmic lesson to learn in this lifetime around doing things a certain way so you can shift your energy and move forward. Because there's something about whatever this is for you, if it's lack, if it's holding on to an old set of beliefs, if it's holding on to a person, whatever you're doing here, you're not standing in your power. So whatever you're doing, you're only operating at maybe 70% of who you are meant to be. So it's holding back this energy here, this power that you need to be stepping into. Now, when I see the Queen of Pentacles, this is the card of really grounding yourself, of really getting into the energy of the earth. I want to feel, when I look at this, I want to really feel connected to the earth. So I would say to you, if you want to do some meditation, it's always great. But the other way of connecting to the earth and connecting to the soil is to walk barefoot. So go somewhere where you can take your shoes off that's safe for you and walk barefoot, especially on the grass. And just feel yourself connected to the soil. You can also do this by hugging a tree, for example. But it's about being connected back to the energy of the source here. It's about being connected back to yourself. So somehow or another you've lost something within you that The universe is trying to get you to see here. It's trying to get you to understand that you've lost a connection here with yourself. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands coming through. There's a repeat card again. And Five of Swords. And there it comes. Now this card came through in the What's Cracking reading too. So I want to say to you here, whatever you want, whatever you are manifesting, whatever you are overthinking, whatever you are doing here, what you want is here. It's on its way to you. It's sitting in the background waiting for something to be released so it can come in. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles sort of signifying that there's some sort of hanging on to an energy here and not releasing. Some of you may be researching this. You may be trying to get your head around what's going on here, but you're getting there. You are getting there. But the universe is saying to you, you need to have patience, because whatever it is you're trying to bring forth will come forth once you've allowed this tower to fall. So for some of you, it may be cutting out an energy here. For others of you, you could be waiting on a person. Okay, because we have the Three of Swords here. Maybe you're hanging on to some sort of heartbreak of the past. Maybe you're not releasing some hurt or pain here. Four of Swords. Look, there's the Four of Swords again. So it's about getting back into meditation. There's your brand new start. It's about trusting. It's about releasing the energy of pain of the past and trusting that something is coming here. But I feel like for some of you, you may be hanging on to this past energy of hurt or pain. Okay, let's dig deep. Because whatever this is here. And I see the High Priestess and I feel like you know it's coming. Why are you not letting it go? What is it that you're hanging on to? What's the energy here of hanging on to it? You could be hanging on to an old relationship that's not serving you. You could be hanging on to a person that's not serving you. You could be hanging on to your past. You could be hanging on to an old idea. But something here, Temperance is coming through. This is divine timing. This is about having things in balance. If you're in your head all the time, you can't be balanced in your soul and body. So there is some call for balance here. Some need to get yourself into a more balanced energy. If you've gone crazy and gone on to some sort of exercise program, healthy eating, then you could be along with many of us who are looking at bringing our physical body into balance, which is what we're being called to do at the moment. So like eating well, exercising, and being more calm or being more in line with your positive energy. There is something happening here because something is being reborn. I want to look at those two cards for a moment. They're both major arcana cards. In the Judgment card, we're talking about rebirthing the phoenix. We're talking about bringing in a new version of yourself. I feel like there's a very strong feeling here. You may be still hanging on to some past energy. Maybe you're hanging on to past anger, past emotion. Because I feel like there's something to do with the way she's blowing this at the Temperance card. Both major arcanas. But there's sort of like this energy that she's trying to get something to rise from the Temperance card, which talks about bringing yourself into balance. Okay, we have the Page of Cups here. New life. That's straight where I've gone to, with the Seven of Pentacles coming through again. And patience. Maybe you're not got patience. Seven of Wands, holding firm. Okay. So for some of you here, you're not letting go of something that you are holding on to. You may be being impatient. You may be, by you being impatient, by hanging on to something, you're not allowing the universe to bring something through. For me, this is the card of like patience here. The Seven of Pentacles, waiting for your seeds to grow, waiting for something to bear fruit. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, being stubborn, not moving forward. Ah, look, see the end of a cycle. So there needs to be a cycle to close out before you can receive. So the universe is saying here, you've got to allow us to finish something out here. So that something, you're being asked to finish something, close something down. Finish, let go. Let go of this energy. If you're closing out a cycle, and you're to the Nine of Wands, you've only got one wand that you need to receive to move back. So it feels to me like you're being asked to move on from something. Okay, let's have a look. Ten of Swords. See, there's some sort of negative energy that you're hanging on to here. The Five of Pentacles is some sort of sadness. You're holding on to sadness. You're holding on to something that makes you feel less than. Some sort of energy of feeling less than your potential. Negative thinking. Negative energy here. Maybe being catastrophic with your energies. Maybe thinking the worst here. Whatever it is, you're hanging on to something that you're not letting go, and hanging on to it quite stubbornly here, I might add. So maybe this is the time to do some internal work and see what it is that you're hanging on to here. All right, we'll read a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle here. Oh God, here we go. I have the card of the Thinker, but what makes it blow me out is it's got 44 and the 4s are my number. So I'm feeling here I might have a little bit of a lesson to learn as well. Don't you worry, I do readings too and go, yep, there's something in it for me here. I'm part of the collective, that's how it goes. All on the same journey. This is about strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win at the game of life you're playing right now. So this is about allowing your emotions to go. Calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. List to your friends now, so get out your journal, write down what you are going to do today and signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is Spirit. You will win at this game and your triumph will be for the highest good. Okay, this really explains it now. The protection message says you may be suffering from analysis paralysis. So for some of you, this is definitely about overthinking, negative thinking, hanging on to old thought patterns. It's about holding yourself back by hanging on to things that do not serve you. Your abundance is here. So it says thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out logically is not going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you in a jam. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative, exercise or meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses and an aha moment will bring new clarity. And that's what I think that Page of Pentacles is all about. I feel that this is some sort of gift that the universe is bringing you here. And they're talking about an aha moment. Something that's going to bring you clarity here. But I feel like for a lot of you, this may be overthinking. It may be just getting stuck in your thought patterns and maybe making up stories that are not true, or believing in the stories that are going through your head rather than just allowing things to unfold naturally with the universe. All right, I will leave you with that one. Don't overthink it.